This is a non-binary card trick. I'm sick and tired of the binary stuff. We're living in 2020. We should no longer be thinking in a binary way. So for this, we're gonna have a card picked. In this case, the two of clubs, which is a disgusting card, especially when we're talking about this being a non-binary card trick. As a matter of fact, I'm tempted. I'm tempted to rip this card in half, just like this. I'm tempted. Oh boy, I'm so lucky that the cameras are rolling right now, because I'd be put away for a long time if they were to see what I would do to this disgusting binary card. But I'll tell you what, we'll solve this problem here by giving it a little bit of a privileged flick. If I just flick it down, you see what happens. The card actually heals. So no longer do we have a tear on this card. It's now healed. But more importantly, it's no longer a 2. It's now a 3 to represent the non-binary status of the planet in 2020. This is where we should be. I hope you guys enjoyed that little piece of art. It's not a card trick, all right? It's representative of a problem as a whole. And speaking of a-holes, I'm gonna show you how it's done. It's a very simple torn and restored style card trick that makes excellent use of a little bit of a Marlo switch. If you wanna learn this and things like this, you check out the Pigcake Magic Academy. $5 a month gets you 2 videos every single week going over card stuff, coin stuff. By being part of the Academy, you automatically get enrolled in the piggybacker tier of videos, which is 2 additional tutorials I don't post anywhere else. So $5 a month, you get 4 videos, not 2, but 4 videos a week. What? Huh? What is that sort of exclusivity? Check it out. The link is gonna be in the description below. But this is just a simple torn and restored card trick. You could really put it however it is you want to put it, but in this case we're gonna put it as a non-binary sort of metaphor. So let's just get into it. The setup for this trick is extraordinarily easy. All you need to do is get your favorite swimming trunks and wear them as normal shorts, because that's acceptable here in America's penis. But apart from that, you're just gonna have a card torn. That's it. You're just gonna have a card torn approximately that much. You don't need it torn all the way, but just torn enough so that when you put it on top of the deck, you could still hide the card, because ultimately that's where it's going to end up. Now the actual trick itself, it's fairly simple. All we're gonna do is execute a Marlo switch. Now the classic Marlo retention switch looks a little bit like this. It just looks like you're flicking the card and dropping it off on the table. And of course, that is what does the switch. Now in this case, what we're doing is that we have a pinky break underneath the top card of the deck. So in this case, this is a card that's gonna be healed. Now, if you wanna do this, what you could do is you could do a double lift, show this card right here, turn that double over, and then tear this card and make sure you don't flash it. Because then that way, what you get is a little bit of a restoration act as opposed to a political message. So now what we do is that after we tear the card, we're just gonna get a pinky break underneath the top card of the deck, and we're gonna place the card and hold it with our thumbs across the upper left edge of the deck. So this is the upper left edge of the deck. You see this little edge right here, boy? That's where we're gonna put that card. Now what's gonna happen is twofold. Either you could do the switch in a traditional way that Marlo published in Revolutionary Card Magic, or you could do it in this updated 2020 COVID way, which is just a simple matter of fact of all we're doing is dropping this card on the table at the same time that this card is being deposited on the deck. So this is all the action that's taking place with the thumb. So when you're taking this card, you're just gonna put it on that extreme edge and you're just simply going to place it on the deck. That's it. That's all that's taking place. At the same time, this pinky broken card is being dropped on the table, just like this. So that action is carried off as this action takes place, which I don't know about you, but that's a pretty convincing illusion that that's the same card that was just leaning on the deck's edge, right? So it's a nice little bit of a convincing illusion here, but that's essentially all you're doing. Now, if you want, you could add a little bit of a flick here. At the same time that you execute the switch and you drop this card, you could flick this card, and as you flick it, you could score it up with the rest of the deck. So right now I'm executing what's known as a wrist kill, which is just a jargony way of saying I'm turning my wrist over so you can't see the face of the deck. That's pretty much it, which covers that card. You could then put this card away as you could show it to be the spectator's card or whatever it is you want. So one more time, let's just go over this switch. It's fairly easy. Again, all I'm doing is that card is dropping. Now you don't want to have a dropping action. You just want to let that card go with your pinky. So you don't want to actually do any sort of jerky action there. I'm just exaggerating for the tutorial here. So you're dropping this card at the same time this card is being squared up on the deck. So at speed, it just looks like this. Now, if you want, you could do a little bit of a flick. So it looks like the flick is what actually fixed the card. It's gonna be up to you how you present this. But ultimately, you have a nice little way of solving this torn and restored problem. It's a problem in Magic, and this is also a problem. And you solving it through the metaphor of magic, technically. So that's the trick. It's a simple one. It's definitely easy to do, but it's going to require some practice. It's going to require some practice. So I hope you guys are up for it. But apart from that, I just want to say thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching the video. Thank you guys for being a part of this and watching these and doing all the things that people do when it comes to videos. You know, they like, comment, they subscribe. They also, I don't know, share videos like this. Not on Facebook because I'm going to get a lot of flack. Because I'm going to get a lot of flack from magicians that are anti-tutorial on Facebook. So you really can't share it there because you're just going to get a lot of comments saying, wow, talk about exposure. Marlo would be rolling in his grave. Well, he's dead. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Stay tuned for when I wash myself. Lying alone with my head on the phone. Thinking of you somehow. I don't know if that's the lyric. I was thinking of you. Are you feeling it too? I forgot the lyrics. I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you. And that's it. That's all I remember. Okay.